and we were very happy to be joined on the Milford Informer this week by 3 committee members helping to spearhead the much-anticipated 3rd Annual Celebrate Milford. We have with us this week Joe Morais, Ray Auger, and Terenzio Volpicelli. Gentlemen, first of all, thank you so much for joining us this week.
Thanks for having us.
As I mentioned, the 3rd Annual Celebrate Milford. So this has been something, it kind of started out 2 years ago as a one-off event, and just immediately it seemed like the feedback from the community was overwhelming. I'll open it up with what exactly has the feedback been that you guys have gotten over the last couple of years since this event has been going on?
It's been overwhelmingly positive. That first year really exceeded all of our expectations. We had nearly 100 vendors. Estimates were around 10,000. Yeah, the weather helped a lot. The estimates were around 10,000 visitors. It was a family-friendly event. Lots of activities, whether it's music, the kids zone, the beer garden, and we learned a lot from that first year, and we carried that over to last year. And we learned a lot from last year's experience as well. So we're really looking forward to taking it to the next level this year.
It's a great way to kick off the spring too.
Yeah.
And Ray, I know you and I on the radio side of things sometimes have a chance to go out into other communities, and other communities have been having events like this for years and years. So to finally have something like this in Milford, where there's so much history, there's so many vendors, there's so many organizations to come out and experience an event like this, really seemed like a no-brainer to bring something like this to this town.
Absolutely, and I was going to talk about that. The fact that Medway Pride Day happens every year. They've done a great job. We learned a lot from those events as well. I think Hopedale Oktoberfest was a big help for us, the way Tom McGovern ran that. I think at the beginning we talked to Tom a little bit, and he helped guide us through, and then we developed what we developed, and luckily it worked. So 3rd year, not bad.
And I know that it's certainly not something that gets organized just in a matter of weeks. Terenzio, what is the planning that goes into this kind of event? Is it almost a year-round thing at this point to keep things organized and start to collect vendors and that sort of thing?
Well, it really starts almost at the conclusion of the previous year's event. We get together, we do a little brainstorming session, what worked well, what didn't work well. We have a vendor sponsor appreciation night, and then we take about 2 months off to decompress. And then it's right back at it. So we're probably starting up in October with very preliminary meetings, scheduling out a handful of things. By December, we've got our collateral all pulled together, all our marketing literature, going to meet with some of the sponsors. And January, February, March, April, it's full speed ahead.
And I think, not officially, but I think it's that night in the beer garden where ideas come into play, and we talk a little bit. And then take the time off.
And some tall tales, too.
And some tall tales, yeah.
Yeah, and we have a core group in the committee of about 10 members that are working year-round, but we've also got a lot of support from the community as a whole. From the town side, the police department, the Board of Health, the fire department have all been great resources for us, and then obviously all the volunteers that step forward for the event, and we have over 100 volunteers every year that help out, which is fantastic.
Yeah, it's amazing having the chance to wander around there a bit the last 2 years. The amount of the staff shirts that you see wandering around, the people that come together to help just keep the event running smoothly. It's great to see. It's great to see the people turn out for the event, but the amount of people in the community that come to help make it the success that it's become it's probably been exciting for you guys to see that develop.
Everyone wants to be a part of it, which is nice, and they come to us. We don't have to see. We are looking for more volunteers, but for the most part, they come to us, which is very nice. And we thank the community for helping out. We can only do so much, but the day of really comes down to the volunteers.
Yeah.
And I know that you've already got a great base of volunteers going already, but for people out there who want to get involved in this year's event, there's still time to get in touch. So you're encouraged to head over to celebratemilford.com. That's the website for the event. A lot of great information on there, but opportunities to volunteer, you can find everything that you need right there. And you guys also have a pretty comprehensive list of sort of the itinerary of events for the day. So I want to go through some of the highlights for what people can expect at the event this year. It all starts once again with a youth parade going from 10 o'clock to 10:30 a.m. going from Stacy Middle School to Memorial School, and again, what a great way, Joe, to start off the day.
Yeah, it really is. It sets the tone for the entire day. So we have the high school marching band, the Stacy marching band. All local youth organizations are encouraged to participate. So we have the Special Olympics, the Scouts, the youth sports, but we also open it up to any for-profit organizations. So if there are any dance studios that want to get involved and want to participate, or local daycares that want to participate, they're more than welcome to. It's just an opportunity to get all the kids together. They really enjoy marching in the parade, and it's just a great way to start the day off.
And then everything gets going from there. An official start to the day at 10:30 over at the Town Park Grandstand, or bandstand, I should say. And then that's when the musical acts take over, Ray. And I was so impressed to see the list over on the website all day long, just live performance after live performance from start to finish of the day.
Yeah, it's great. It's mostly bands who are either from Milford, perform a lot in Milford, or have Milford ties. I think that was really important when I was developing the calendar, was let's get people in here that mean something to Milford, and Milford means something to them. But before we start the music, is it Stacy Middle School that's going to perform some patriotic songs? So that's going to be kind of the official kickoff, to kick the music off.
Oh, that's great.
And then the day itself. And then, just band after band after band, acoustic, rock. Let me see, I got the list here. But it's mostly acoustic and rock. We've got some originals. We got some covers. We got some... I guess some famous town people like Jim Legore, our school committee member. He's in one of the bands. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
And that's really exciting. And on top of that, things running really for most of the day. You have the Kids Zone again, which is going to go from 11 o'clock all the way until 6 o'clock. And Terenzio, the Kids Zone has even been beefed up. It's been a tremendous place the last couple of years, but even bigger and better for this year. Is that correct?
Yeah, we've added the rock and roll racing element to this Kids Zone this year. Essentially, they're larger scale model cars, and for the same admission price of $5 per child, they get to enjoy all the bouncy castles, the inflatable soccer, which was a huge success, the inflatable sumo, which I'm dying to get in there myself, and this rock and roll racing. And the board, we were originally talking about $10 per head per child for this admission, but a couple weeks ago we decided we had the sponsorships, and let's give back to the community, so we brought it down to $5 per head, which is a stellar deal.
Oh, that is excellent. And of course, the much anticipated beer garden will be open from noon until 8 p.m. And then one of the new additions that I absolutely had to ask you guys about was the Porchetta Competition. So that I saw listed on the website. It's happening from noon until 1 o'clock. Tell us a little bit about what people can expect there.
Oh, we have amateur chefs from around the area who have stepped up to showcase their talents as far as porchetta cooking goes. And, obviously porchetta is a staple here in Milford. And I think it was Joe Soares that came up with the idea. So I think we have 8 or 9 people. They'll bring their porchetta with them. They'll slice it up in little bits. You walk through the line, you taste them all, and they'll all be numbered. You choose the number you liked the best, and that person will be crowned king of the porchetta. And it's all guys, so I could say king. If we had some women, they could be queen too, but all guys. So king of the porchetta.
Oh, we have a stellar trophy for them too.
Do we?
Oh,
I haven't seen it yet.
That is fantastic. So another just little new addition this year to be excited about. You've got the dunk tank going from 1 to 3 o'clock, and the event overall just goes all day long until 8 o'clock all around Town Park. The vendors have been phenomenal these last couple of years, but from what I hear, even more than last year. Is that right?
That is.
Yeah, we're up to 140 vendors right now, which is amazing.
And more than half of them are new vendors too, and they're coming from far away. We have somebody coming in from New York City.
Wow. So just so much to look forward to. And another important thing to point out is the net proceeds that you guys raise for the event, given back to the community. And I was just astounded by this number. $18,000 from last year's event went towards not-for-profit organizations throughout Milford. What an unbelievable way to give back to the community.
Yeah. Obviously, the intent is to bring the community together in a positive way. And if we're able to raise some money to give back, we certainly want to do that. So, any profits that we generate this year will go back to local nonprofit organizations. One in particular that we're focused on is in the beer garden. The bartenders have a tip challenge. So the bartender that raises the most tips is able to keep half the tips, and then the other half gets donated. And this year, that donation is going to go to the newly formed Milford Education Foundation. And then any additional profits we raise above and beyond that, at some point the committee will get together and decide what to do with those proceeds.
Oh, that's absolutely outstanding. So just any way you slice it, what a great day it's going to be. And again, the 3rd Annual Celebrate Milford, it's coming up on Saturday, May 19th, all around Town Park. The youth parade gets underway at 10 o'clock, full activities throughout the day, all the way until 8 o'clock. So much for everybody, and we've been graced with some good weather the last couple of years. Hopefully we'll have that again this year. Hopefully Mother Nature will agree with us, but it should be just a terrific day again, and so many new things to look forward to as well. So we can't wait to be part of it as well. And in the meantime, thank you guys for all the hard work that you do throughout the year to make this event happen. So again, coming up on May 19th, all around Town Park, make sure you come out and enjoy the 3rd Annual Celebrate Milford. So Joe, Ray, Terenzio, thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thanks, Tim.
Thanks for having us.
Appreciate it.
This is Milford TV News and Sports Director Tim Coet. Make sure you check out new editions of the Milford Informer every Friday at 7:30 p.m. or during one of our 8 convenient re-air times throughout the weekend. You can also find individual news stories as well as full archived editions on our YouTube page My Milford TV. If you live in the greater Milford area and have an idea for a news story, you can tweet at us using the handle @Milford_TV, or you can contact me directly by sending an email to news@milfordtv.net.